Folks, welcome back to the homestead, the mud puddle. Well, folks, this video is an unexpected project, all right? The main tank that we have up on top of the hill, 2,500 gallons of water, developed a leak. So, it's one of those projects that we had to get on right away. So I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. As I was making my daily rounds, I walked to the top of the hill next to the water tank, and I noticed some mineral deposits on top of the soil along with a little bit of damp. And the following day I went back up and I noticed it was a lot more wet. So the digging began, folks. I exposed the pipe along with the shutoff valve, and there was plenty of mud to deal with. But I continued to dig and dig. I wasn't sure how far this pipe was going to go down, but finally I was able to expose most of the pipe. And I found the problem at the bottom of the pipe here where the elbow is. I saw a quite large leak. So off to the hardware store we went and picked up some supplies. We loaded up the wagon and we headed up the hill to start this project. We let the pipe sit overnight to allow it to dry out. This here was the old pipe that we cut out. And you can see here, look at this crack. Right through here. And same thing on this side, you can see it right here. This is actually loose. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but yeah, this whole elbow here is loose. Crack here, all the way to the other side. This piece is almost ready to fall off. I don't know how long this has been cracked, but maybe it's been there the whole time we've been here. It just finally made itself visible as far as the water, showing signs up here on top that there was a leak. So maybe now we won't go through so much water. And finally, after a couple hours of work, we opened up the valve and checked for leaks. And as you can see, I'm wearing my work shoes. This is the sound of water rushing through the pipes from the tank. Well, it looks good, folks. That pipe there goes all the way down the hill. All the way down. You can't see the house, but it's down there. Everything's gravity fed. I think I've talked about this before. Everything's gravity fed. Everything runs down the hill. So right now, this tank is releasing water down this pipe, down the hill. But we don't see any leaks. I'm super glad this happened during the summer months and not, during the middle of the winter. All right, folks, it really wasn't a very difficult job to do. The most time-consuming part of it was actually digging the hole. There's a lot of clay-like soil out here, and I had to go down, looks like about 2 feet, maybe a little bit more. But, the shovels that I was using, the picks that I was using, this clay-like material was very hard to work with, especially when it's wet. It stuck to my shovel, it stuck to my pick, and again, this was the most time-consuming part of it. Not to mention the roots that were growing all over the place. So this tells me that this leak has been here for quite a while. You can see all the roots there, and I actually cut a lot of them away, the bigger ones. But digging through this soil, guys, when it's wet, is a lot of work. And like I said, it really sticks to the shovel and the picks that I was using. Look at that, very heavy. So that took the longest. But I finally got to it and was able to complete the job. We didn't film the actual rebuild process. We just didn't have the time. We didn't have my tripod with me. We were trying to get this project done as soon as possible. You can see here, this is the original shut-off valve. And it worked perfectly, guys. We shut this down and it cut the water off, so we were able to complete this build or this repair with no problem at all. But while we were at it, we decided to go ahead and install an additional backup shut-off valve in case this one ever fails. You can see how it's a little bit rusted. But I am going to clean all this up, paint it black, and that'll hopefully stop the rusting process. But in case this does fail, we have this now as the emergency shut-off valve. And it always feels good when we finish a project, a successful project. Well, folks, when you live off the grid like this, you quickly realize that you are your own plumber, you are your own mechanic, you are your own fixer-upper of everything. We could have easily gone into town and found someone to do this project for us, but obviously that would have cost us labor, and not to mention probably being charged to get someone out here. We're not in the middle of town. So, we managed to get through this project. We knew what we were doing for the most part. It's not a difficult project. And it really wasn't that expensive of a project, you guys. We did buy a 2-inch PVC pipe. I believe it was a 5-foot. All the accessories, all the fittings for that pipe, some glue. And also I needed another pipe wrench. I do have one pipe wrench, but I needed an additional one, and I'll show you why here. In order to remove this piece here, I needed a pipe wrench for here and another pipe wrench for this side. Just time and a little bit of labor. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it was one of those projects that we had to jump on right away, but we did manage to get it done. It took a couple of hours, a lot of majoring and things like that to make sure that all the angles were correct. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions or any comments on this video, please let me know. We do have rain rolling in this afternoon. You can see the clouds. So we're glad that we got this project done. Anyway, folks, take care of yourselves. Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and we'll talk to you next time.